Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Dr. Brett Scher, the medical director at dietdoctor.com. This week, I've got a story that I don't even believe. I mean, this is kind of crazy. It's a story of grown-ups behaving badly with deceit and dishonesty. And it's like it's from the movies, but it's real life, and it's about nutritional research. Now, let's be honest. Nutritional research isn't very high quality, and we've written about that before. We've talked about it before. Dr. David Ludwig wrote an excellent report about how we need better quality nutritional research, and it's true. And we wrote about these studies that were published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, a reputable medical journal, that used this GRADE criteria, GRADE criteria, to say how good is the evidence that says we should avoid red meat. And it turns out the evidence is very poor. There is no good high-quality evidence to say that red meat is bad for our health. So this caused a firestorm of backlash from plant-based advocates, vegan advocates. People have built their whole life saying that meat is bad for us, basically, and their whole research career is based on that. Well, now JAMA has published an article that digs deeper into this backlash, and it is amazing. You really have to read this whole article in JAMA, which, Ann Mullins wrote a piece at dietdoctor.com and links to it. You should definitely check it out because I cannot do it justice on this video. But basically, it starts with Dr. David Katz breaking an embargo, which means when you have an embargoed study, you get it before it's available. And it's meant for journalists so you can write a good report, interview people, really write a good article, but you absolutely cannot release it or talk about it until the study is published. Well, according to this article in JAMA, Dr. Katz broke that embargo, which is a huge ethical breach, so that he could rally his troops and send hundreds of emails to the editor of Annals of Internal Medicine, telling them to redact the study, not publish it, that it's not good science. And this was all before it was even published. So they weren't even supposed to have access to it. And it's kind of crazy. And how they talked to government officials. They were asking everybody to file lawsuits and I really am, I'm getting carried away here just talking about it because it's kind of crazy all the things they did to go against a scientific publication in a peer-reviewed journal that meets all the criteria for a study to be published, and because they used a higher level of evidence than what is usually used in epidemiology. So it's a little mind-boggling. But the other thing is, now it's come out that one of the authors had some ties to a meat-based industry over 3 years ago and received a grant. So people have been sort of up in arms about that. And conflicts of interest are real and something we should pay attention to. But what this JAMA article does is it really puts it in perspective and says, well, what are the conflicts of interest of all these people who are trying to redact the article and who are trying to get this groundswell of movement against these articles? And those conflicts of interest are a laundry list from the walnut industry to the peanut industry. What else here? Sorry, I should have had this ahead of time, but there were so many of them. I couldn't keep them all in mind. But and it was like Nestle and a snack bar company, and the list goes on and on. So, it's like if you want to throw stones, don't live in glass houses. If you want to pick apart other people's conflicts of interest, make sure your conflicts are pretty squeaky clean, which is not the case. So I wish I could go on and say more, but you really just have to read this article. It's just people behaving badly and really just trying to defend their biases and their beliefs and trying to silence science, which is not the right path for anybody. Nobody wins when you try and silence science. So anyway, that's my rant today. Take a look at dietdoctor.com for the article by Ann Mullins. Definitely check out this JAMA article and hit subscribe below so you'll get more of these updates. And hopefully in the future, we can all behave like grown-ups and realize science is science and we're not always right. And it's okay to admit we're wrong. And it's okay to kind of look at a higher quality of science rather than accepting lower quality science. So I fall back on Dr. David Ludwig's position that we need higher quality science and nutritional research. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.